Jumbo fellow adventurers, apologies for the delay. Some technical difficulties with the camera. You can see there's a new perspective here. Adjustments had to be made, and here we go. So another spiritual tune-up. Glad to have you in this space. Thanks for joining me. This time, another question from you all, the viewers, posted below on Facebook or Instagram. Please post your questions there now. Just a heads up, if you posted a question that hasn't been answered yet, post it again today, okay? Because after a few days go by, I can't go back and look at the discussion threads on the older videos, okay? So that's how we're doing it. This is where I get my talking points. Thanks so much, everybody, for being there. This is a question that comes up fairly often and understandably. Mike, how do you focus on the good when there's so much bad in the world? You know, from deforestation to viruses to dictators to, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff, really nasty, ugly stuff happening in the world. How do you focus on the good? A couple of things here, and the second of which really hit me in a wild way today, because it's something I have grappled with most of my life. But the first thing I want to tell you, which may or may not be obvious, is that there's always a million more things happening good in the world. There's a million more reasons to be happy in the world than otherwise. I mean, the love that beats in every heart. Everyone here is really the same, a little bit scared, trying to find their way. We're all walking each other home, as I forget his name. That's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, we're all walking each other home, and we're all on this grand adventure. And there is so much to celebrate, so much love. I remember reading the Seth material dictated by the late Jane Roberts. And Seth pointed out, you know, that there's cooperation everywhere. I mean, between nations, in commerce, crossing the street, traffic signals. Yeah, you get the one crazy driver, but 99.99 are all looking out for one another, are all doing a pretty darn good job. But we notice that one person, and we notice that one disease, and we notice the rainforests are being cut to pieces, and it hurts to see those kind of things happening in the world. But just train yourself to see the good, the glorious, and the love that is everywhere. Now, the second thing I wanted to share with you, which was kind of a big wow for me, I've often wondered, in the same vein as this question, you know, the species that are being wiped out, you know, whether they're the exotic big game in Africa, the rhinoceros, etc., or species we don't even know exist, certain worms or butterflies that are gone presumably forever. And it's just like the feeling I have, and it's the same feeling presumed by the question, is that there's this sense of lost opportunity, of kind of like a forever loss. Things could never be recovered, never be regained, certainly not in our lifetime, maybe not ever on this planet. There's this sense of eternal incompleteness. So here's the download, here's the drop I got this morning. Just as you realize, if you're watching this, that you have an astral body, just as you realize that this is all illusions, hocus pocus, make-believe, our thoughts become things, for the adventure of it, for the love of it, for the joy of it, for the learning of it, just as you realize that time and space are not bedrock reality, that there is a deeper source and realm and dimensions, and for lack of a better word, reality, a greater reality that is every bit as beautiful and magnificent, as detailed, as mind-blowing as life on planet Earth. Just as you realize all those things, namely yourself being an illusion, the physical vehicle through which your spirit can adventure into time and space, so does Mother Earth have a deeper source. So does Mother Earth have an astral body. So is Mother Earth one with the divine, an eternal, self-sustaining, conscious organism, Mother Earth. And so no matter what we do here in the illusions, this is just one little speck of reality. Nothing here can tarnish or take away from the deeper essence that is Mother Earth and that resides in every creature within every species. And so if we don't have any more mastodons or dinosaurs or rhinoceroses in our physical existence, that doesn't mean it's the end of the line for them. They have their astral existence. They have a deeper reality. There's no such thing as time to begin with. It's all an illusion. They are eternal sparks of magnificence in the heart and mind of God. Nothing can take away from the majesty of divine intelligence, nor of the reality that we fall in love with. So this is not to diminish our existence in these sacred, hallowed jungles of time and space. This is not to take away or say it doesn't matter or it doesn't count or it's not as good as. Thank you, Google. But it is...
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Google Assistant. Shh. Okay. Well, I'm pretty much there. So you get it. Number one, there's so much to fall in love with and so much good happening in the world today. Focus on that and not what's breaking your heart. And number two, this is our playground. This is our workbook. We're all in a workshop right now. None of it is real. Not the way you think reality is real. It's all here for our learning and growth, where the master copy of planet Earth and the master copy of every species that has ever lived, woolly mammoths and Tyrannosaurus rexes, and they're alive and well and vibrant, exploring and growing as we will when we leave this physical plane. So thanks everybody for being there, and thanks for hanging in there despite the delays this morning. Have an amazing day. Tally ho!